Yeah, Ryan, just sort of speak to the defense you had to face today. I mean, statistically the best defense in America. Or what was the plan going into the day to try to crack that defense?
Yeah, credit goes to them. They've got a great defense. They've got a lot of really good players, and I think their coordinator does a good job of letting those guys play. But I think we had some opportunities in the passing game where I think I need to clean up. And I think we had a good game plan to attack them vertically. We just didn't make it happen.
What's the mood in the locker room?
I think everybody's, we're fighters. We're gonna keep our head down. We're gonna work, and we're gonna find a way. And no matter what the result is, we're just gonna keep our head down and keep going.
CJ, this defensive line, you have the interception today. Browne has that sack late. Just what momentum are you seeing build from what is still a pretty young defensive line? Not just as you try to close out this season, but that can potentially build on into the offseason, into next season.
Just that we're relentless and hungry, and just trying to be disciplined all year, and just trying to make chaos for the quarterback, make him be uncomfortable, and that's our goal every game that we come into. Hit the quarterback, get sacks, pressure him, making accurate throws, and that's what our goal is as a D-line, as a unit. So.
Ryan, can you touch on the young guys that are kind of getting an opportunity because of the situation you're in? Tremar Harris, for example, today, Antonio Harris, who are stepping up. And when you start thinking about the future, I know you still have 2 games left, but it looks like the building process is beyond the next 2 games.
Yes, sir. The 2 guys you mentioned, Tremar and Antonio, are both really good players. Antonio obviously has done a lot this season with the opportunities that he's had. And since last year, watching him grow, how much better he's gotten is really exciting. And then, Tremar was great to see. I think his first play in the game, we threw it to him, and it was pass interference. So he's a guy that could be a really big difference maker, and I think it'll be really good for him to keep building confidence with playing time and experience.
Any other questions? Back to
CJ,
Nate.
Coach Odom was just in here talking about what it takes to get to Ohio State's level. He was mentioning both player retention and then bringing in new people from the portal. I'm just curious, competing in games like this the way you have, pushing Michigan, having a solid day in some ways today against Ohio State, how does that play into a culture that can help with player retention and help appeal to players outside?
Right, we just try to stack the good plays and good games, and just try to build off of that, and kind of create like a standard for the defense to always play hard, always play relentless, and no matter who you play, it's the same standard every game we go into, and I feel like that's where you start. You just have to build off of that.
In the back.
Kind of going off of that, I guess I'll ask it just for Ryan, because you kind of answered similar to what I was going to ask. Playing a team like this, even though it's not the outcome that you want today, how does it almost, maybe I don't want to say inspire, but the sense of motivate to wanting to rise to that same level that Ohio State is moving forward?
Yeah. Well, I'd say, and this was the same thing as last week, you see at times how good we can really be. We go on a drive in the first quarter where we're making plays, moving the ball, but then you learn against good teams, minor mistakes, how much they can affect you, and just being able to learn from that, and to understand that you need to, be more perfect to beat good teams.
Any more questions for these guys? Sam?
This is for both of you, and it's something that the team has talked about all year is playing 4 full quarters. You get outscored 24-0 in the second quarter, I think today, and lose by 24 points. So is it really just a matter of playing a complete game is maybe the next step for this team to get in the win column?
I would say so. Just putting it all together, like he said, just having little minor mistakes we just can't have as a team and as a whole if we want to get to the place where we want to be, and that's exactly what the top teams do. They minimize their mistakes, and we have to capitalize on that. So.
Yeah, I completely agree. And in the second quarter, we we had a couple plays offensively that we could have made, throws, different things. And when you don't make them, it makes it really hard to overcome, especially against a good team. So you really set yourself back from that. So it's just a good learning opportunity to keep your head down and know that you got to clean that up.
Anything else? All right, thank you guys.
Thanks,
Thanks
guys.
everyone.